Hello, everybody. So, I wanted to talk about books you've never heard of that we need to talk about. Because there's books out there that are just amazing and no one's talking about these books. And yeah, we need to talk about these. So, Culture Care by Makoto Fujimura. Do you care about taking care of your community? I know you do. Do you care about being an artist and creatively engaging? Maybe. Would you like to hear more? Yes? Yes. I would like to hear more. Um, I love this book. Uh, it's such an important concept. Mr. Fujimura has actually put up a like organization about this, which is wonderful. He's spoken at worldwide conferences about the responsibility of artists and culture, and total fangirl. Total fangirl. I could not be more in love with the whole concept. But have you heard of this book before? Probably not. That's a problem. Let's talk. Um, so I wanted to take you through this, and the bits I wanted to take you through are not especially in order, but I did mark them. So I'm going to read from the book. Page 79. Um, Utilitarian pragmatism is tied to a world in which vision is stripped of transcendence. Before the modern age in the West, the narration of Christendom provided a vision of a world in which the bottom line was the full thriving of humanity. Lacking that vision, we have become accustomed to a reality where anything and anyone not valued at the moment can be disposable. Christianity has this concept, we don't always live up to it, but we have this concept where humans are created in the image of God, and we are due respect because we're due care, we're due love because we were created in the image of God. And as we move away from a Christian worldview, we move away from that. And you're going to say maybe that Christians don't live up to that very well or haven't lived up to that historically. Yeah, absolutely mea culpa sometimes. But at least we have it to live up to. At least then you can, always call that out. But we don't have that anymore. So there's a nice big chunky thing to talk about. Utilitarian pragmatism, that's the worldview of the moment. I mean, it's just your value is based on what you are useful for, either as a consumer or as a producer, or well, mostly as a consumer. But what good are you? Well, if you're not good for anything, then you're useless. And if you're useless, then you're not worth anything. And if you're worth anything, then why do I have to respect you? Why do I have to treat you well? I mean, I don't believe this, but that's kind of where our world is. Problematic. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. So, and this extends to the art world, or more to the point, I think that this change with the utilitarian pragmatism kind of grew up together because art expresses what culture absorbs, for lack of a better word. So we used to have a world where beauty was important to art. Now, um, page 47, but beyond this, our very state of being affects our ability both to perceive and to create beauty. If we doubt that beauty exists, for example, we will have a truncated experience even when we encounter it. And as I found in New York, it is possible to reach the point of rejecting beauty as ephemeral, saccharine, or naive, and viewing its pursuit as archaic, unfashionable, or déclassé. Are we there? We're there. That's the view of real art, right? Like if you're going to be a real artist, you're staple banana to the wall, but you're not going to carve a marble sculpture of a human figure. You're just going to make this statement but you're not going to try to make something beautiful, try to make something that really speaks. Um, truth, beauty, and goodness, they're just fake, right? They're naive. And beauty's naive. And, you know, so let's embrace ugliness. Let's embrace ugly emotions as well, because art expresses emotion as one of the primary things that it exists to do. Um, so if you have no beauty in art, then you have no beautiful emotion, right? People want beauty. And also it becomes like this really elitist thing. When we make art about, when we make beauty naive or saccharine, then we say everybody that likes beauty is saccharine and naive. I mean, that's, the logical extension there. And then that means that if you haven't been taught to think that the banana stapled to the wall is brilliant and breathtaking and all this, and, repeat those words as if you actually believe them, when it's just a banana, then you are also going to think of the people that would rather see a marble statue as naive, and that they're not the right kind of people. And then if you go back to the previous thing about utilitarian pragmatism, well, then you don't have to respect those people because you don't care if they're created in the image of God because you don't believe in God. And you don't believe in beauty because you don't believe in God, and beauty is a window to see God in everyday life. It's a very negative thing. So, um, this is important. Can you not see that this is important? What we do with art is important. It's anyway. So, and the artists are important. So one of the things that artists do is we pick up things and we bring them to the community, because artists are temperamentally more open, and this is a good thing. And so we go and we run around and we pick up little things and we bring that to the community, and we bring things out, and it's great. It's fresh air, light, and new ideas. Very important. So page 59. Um, so it says, in border stalking, we have a role that it both addresses the reality of fragmentation and offers a fitting means to help people from all our many and divided cultural tribes learn to appreciate the margins, lower barriers to understanding and communication, and start to diffuse the cultural wars. Artists on the margins of various groups can be deputized, not conscripted, to represent tribal identities while still being messengers of hope and reconciliation to a divided culture. Yes, our culture is divided. That's terrible. And as somebody that considers herself an artist, at least in some senses, I would love to see that healed, and to bring things to other people and to represent it, and to see, that's the thing, is to be an artist, to show. An artist is there to show you the reality that you can't quite see. The art helps you see something that in just life you wouldn't, pull out. So in art, I can show you how beautiful your neighbor is. I can show you the hurt inside them. I can show you their emotion. I can show you their anger, their joy, their um, their tragedy, and then we can connect. I can show you what they find beautiful and explain it to you, and we can create a community. We can start bridging these gaps. This, don't we want that? Like, seriously, don't we want that? Lost my little page. I want that. This is important. Why don't we start talking about this? Well, let's talk about Oprah's book club, but don't talk about anything important. Yes, I am ranting. All right. I wrote my own book, Leaving Laodicea. And this is one of the books that you will find quoted, and it's an inspiration. So I want this. This is what I want to create in the world. Page 92. A healthy community is one that is secure, anchored in tradition and faith, but also allowing for dynamic movement outward, sending forth artists and missionaries, caregivers and entrepreneurs. It is centered and confident in its identity as a flock because it knows the purpose for which the Good Shepherd has gathered it to serve and bless and transform the wider world. Don't you want to live there? I want to live there. We have really, really unhealthy communities now, and we could change this. We could change this. This is what maybe we could talk about healthy communities, what that looks like, what that feels like, and the fact that it's not going to look the same for everybody, but that we need that mosaic. Again, the artist is there to be the border stalker, to help build understanding through beauty, through art, so that people can understand each other's hearts. Are you feeling me? I hope you're feeling me. This is such an important book. But the reality that we live in is this one, page 31. Despite valiant and ongoing resistance from many quarters, including within industries, success for a large part of our culture is now judged by efficient production and mass consumption. We often value repetitive machine-line performance as critical to bottom-line success. In the seductive industrialist mentality, people become workers or human resources who are first seen as interchangeable cogs, then treated as machines, and are replaced by machines. So, again, this is a wonderful book. It has so many wonderful ideas because we live in this industrialist society where we are valued, like, again, for our, what do you say, our repetitive performance, our just like, can I build the thing? And I can build the thing. And I can build the thing. I can build the thing. And I'll do it every day. And this is, and we turn into machines. We were not meant to be machines. And artists, one of our functions should be to speak that, speak out the truth that we were created in the image of God and that we are therefore beautiful individuals. We should be appreciated, savored. We should look for our gifts. We should see how we, can give to the community and to just be part of this beautiful artwork that is life. Culture care is incredibly important. I would encourage you to grab a copy and read it, and I would love to hear from you. I especially want to hear from you over historical femininity. That's where I'll be keeping most of the chat because, YouTube's kind of YouTubey. But please come talk. Anyway, I love this book. In this series, we will definitely hit some more of Makoto Fujimura and also check out his art, although I think it is better seen in person. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be doing more of this in the future. Anyway, peace out.